Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your girl Big Beauty. I'm your DeFi diva, bringing you another exciting DeFi project called DripX, which is really bullish in different ways. There's different ways you can earn, and there's going to be some gamification involved, which means you're going to develop some kind of strategy in order to make the most gains. And the DripX team said if we got 2,000 people in their Telegram community, then they would release the white paper. And so we have surpassed 2,000 members. So congrats, guys. That's amazing. I hope it continues to grow. And people are really bullish on DripX. And we've been seeing some amazing things happening. People have been coming back together. There's a lot of people like really looking forward to this. And some of the people that have strayed away from Drip for a while are starting to come back into the community, and they're really bullish on DripX. And so there's more than one way you can earn, and you can make gains on more than one token. So that's amazing. So there's a lot of details in this white paper. DripX, in my opinion, is a really thought out idea. And the inspiration has come out from titanx, which is a monster. So, yeah, we're going to get right into the details in just a moment. But before we do that, be sure you hit that like button and be sure you subscribe if you're new to my channel, so that way you can continue to get updates about the things happening in DeFi, whether it be dApps, coins, things in the music community, whatever. But anyways, this is not financial advice, and I am not a financial advisor. This is strictly for entertainment purposes only. And do your own research before you invest into any project, because this is risky stuff. You could lose your money. So don't risk more than you can afford to lose. And guys, click the link in the description. That way you can read the white paper for yourself. So that's going to help you a lot in your research. All right, so here's the DripX X account. You can see right here, this is where the white paper has been released. So you can also go on Twitter and check it out there as well. Here's their page on Twitter, so that's amazing. And let's get the following up on here as well. 751 followers. We can do more than that. All right, so here is the Git book. So we're going to go over the ways that you can earn first, and then we're going to be going over this white page together. And before I do that, guys, I know you guys are wondering, yo, Big Beauty, why haven't you been making drip content in a while? Well, the biggest thing is I've had some challenges that I've had to work around, and I've been really stressed about different things. So that's why I keep telling you guys in my videos that it's important for you guys, to frame your mind how you want it to be. So in order to do that, you gotta make some actions, and you have to practice that positive self-talk, right? And then also you have to figure out ways that you can navigate your challenges. And it can be hard, like, if you're going through a hard time, especially if it's like a really emotional thing, whatever, it can be hard. So that's why support is important as well. So once you navigate around those issues, then you can find that you're even closer to your goals, and some of these challenges could like even go away. So just stay strong, stay vigilant, and you'll get there. And I will be back. I will be like how I used to, making content every single week, being active in the chats. It's all gonna happen again. I just had a lot going on and haven't had a lot of time, so that stuff has worked against me, but I didn't let it stop me, and I'll be coming back. And I still love the drip community. I still love the people in the drip community. And another reason why I have slowed down on the drip content is just because, you know, there's something negative that happened to myself. I'm not going to go into any details about that because it's not necessary. I'm not going to bring anyone down, say anything negative about anybody in the community because I don't want that. I want that strong foundation, and so I'll let that go. But I'm gonna get right back into it. So enough of me rambling. Here's the ways that you can earn. So you can earn by farming V3 LP pools. So you can pair W drip and BNB or DripX with W drip. Or you can do arbitrage with drip and W drip. And this could be bullish for drip, especially when it comes deflationary. Sorry, there's been birds hitting the windows like crazy. So I don't know if you heard that thud. That was a bird hitting the window. My bad. But yeah, you have arbitrage, which could be really awesome for both of these tokens. Or you could hodl all three of these tokens. There's also going to be virtual miners. So this is where the gamification is going to be involved because there's different ways that you can build your miners. We're going to be getting into that. And also, there's going to be staking. So you can stake DripX to get BNB rewards. Now guys, I really want to emphasize BNB because this is going to be a key player in DripX. And so BNB has the potential to be very massive. Actually, like the top 100 coins have huge potential, and BNB is one of them. So, as BNB hikes up, we're going to see an increase in DripX and all these other tokens because they're tied to BNB. So, just like the reservoir in our OG, oh my gosh, brings back so many memories, doesn't it? So just like the reservoir, the BNB side helps sustain the price, and that was the key, one of the keys for the sustainability and price and the increase and decrease was the BNB. So kind of similar, in my opinion. So we're going to dive right into these fundamentals. And so now that we went over the many ways you can earn, you can kind of put together of how it works. So you can start to thinking about, what you want to do, and start calculating out how you can make the most out of your investment, because that's the goal here, right? So here are the fundamentals. It says DripX is designed with a clear goal to make its token more valuable by reducing supply, creating buying pressure through their smart contracts, and attracting users through interesting incentives. This paper explains the main features of the DripX system, focusing on staking, managing the availability of tokens, constant buying and burning, and its connection to the value of W-drip. So W-drip is going to be a key component in this as well. And W-drip is versatile. You can get it on multiple chains, which makes it even more bullish because you can diversify with that. You can stake for big rewards. It says DripX allows users to earn big BNB rewards by staking their tokens for a certain period. The longer they stake, the more they earn, mimicking the idea of saving in the bank. During this time, users can't sell their tokens, reducing the number of DripX available and making it more valuable. So you can see that They have drawn their inspiration from titanx, which is a monster, so you can see where the inspiration comes from just from reading all these details. You can control the token availability. There's a buy and burn for the miners. So DripX miners, through an automated processes, continually buy and burn tokens. This ongoing process makes DripX rarer over time. The decentralized approach ensures transparency, with users executing public functions and making the system secure. So we already know how the buy and burn works. So when we burn up those tokens, it can raise the price. So, with this built-in buy and burn mechanism, which we're going to be getting into more details here soon, it is going to be a big player for this protocol, and you're going to see how. And daily reduction in mining rewards. So each day, the amount of DripX that can be mined is reduced, making it more expensive over time. So this is more of an incentive for you to get in early. The earlier you get in, the cheaper that you get these miners for. And so this is like a more frequent version of Bitcoin's halving, contributing to a rising cost of production and scarcity. So that's very interesting. So here are the key fundamentals. Buy and burn pressure. DripX maintains strong buy and burn pressure on small liquidity pools, reducing supply continuously. There will be a staking boost where users are encouraged to stake more tokens to earn substantial BNB rewards. So the more tokens you stake, the more BNB rewards you get. So that reduces the number of circulating tokens, which is bullish because the problem that we had with Drip before was being able to print an infinite amount of tokens. So we're not doing that anymore because, as we can see over time, we have millions and millions of tokens and the price is low. So we don't want to see that. And this will eliminate that problem. Burning supply. Active participation and the desire for BNB payouts lead users to burn more tokens, contributing to long-term scarcity. So then when we burn, the tokens are going to become more of a rarity and will increase in value. So that's the idea there. And increasing difficulty. Mining DripX becomes harder and more expensive every day, creating a consistent upward pressure on the token's value. So the W-Drip leverage play. So DripX is like a bet on the value of W-Drip. As W-Drip becomes more valuable globally, the value of DripX is expected to grow. So that is true because, if DripX is being built on top of and around W-Drip, then that's going to be expected. The fixed ratio and the increasing difficulty in mining link DripX to BNB, creating a dynamic system that responds to market changes. So, in summary, DripX offers a straightforward and decentralized system using innovative methods to increase scarcity, demand, and value. By combining staking, controlling token availability, ongoing buying and burning, and tying itself to W-Drip, DripX stands out as a unique project in the world of decentralized finance. So yes, DripX is definitely unique. I like these different things they got going on, and the cool thing about that is if there's people that are not into arbitrage or staking or whatever, if they're not into one of the or more of the ways to earn, then they could just go to what they like. So that gives us a chance to diversify our audience and investors because we offer a variety of things that people like. And so that is really cool. And so I know you guys are questioning, what about drip? So what about drip, you guys? So your guide to boosting value with drip and WDrip. So this guide is going to be breaking down the ins and outs of DripX, focusing on how drip and WDrip work together and amp up their values. We'll show you a smart move, turning drip into WDrip, and how it can help you snag some profits through strategic trading. So they do list a strategy here in this white paper where you could potentially snipe some tokens. We get a liquidity boost. The boost of the liquidity of WDrip and DripX start by using BNB to get WDrip. Then use WDrip to get some DripX. This helps increase the worth of both WDrip and DripX. So that's bullish. So drip to WDrip swap. You can easily change drip into WDrip at a 1-to-1 ratio. Keep in mind though, there's a 10% tax fee on the drip. So if WDrip is worth 20 cents and drip is at 10 cents, swapping drip to WDrip can be a savvy move for potential profits. So WDrip and drip will not be equal in value at the same time. I think right now they are, but the way it's set up, that these are different tokens, and so, you know, with the volatility, they're just going to be at different prices, and, that's how you can snipe. So if WDrip is worth 20 cents and drip is at 10 cents, then if you swap drip to WDrip, then it's going to give you more tokens. So that's what you want to do, is have more calculated moves and have a solid strategy so that way you can do things like that. Grabbing opportunities. Be smart with your moves. If you can buy drip at a lower price and turn it into WDrip at a higher value, you found an opportunity to make some extra profit. It's all about playing the market right. Boosting value together. The dance between WDrip, drip, and DripX creates a win-win situation. Burning DripX makes both WDrip and DripX more valuable. So that's why that buy and burn mechanism is going to be so bullish. And again, we're going to get into the details of that here as we continue to go through this white paper. So wrapping it up, DripX is a playground for value boosting moves. Understand how drip, WDrip, and DripX work together, and you'll be in a prime position to make the most out of this dynamic system. All right, virtual mining. So you can mine DripX, and there's going to be different ways you can mine, and you can set up your miners however you want, but there are limitations. So mining DripX. So harness the power of BNB, of the world's largest cryptocurrencies, to mine DripX tokens. At its core, DripX is designed to empower individuals with the freedom to transact and control their finances as they see fit. So here's the mining process. So you first choose your path. There's going to be single miners, batch mining, or the mining ladder. So, number 1, single miners. Craft a normal single miner, perfect for those who prefer a straightforward approach. So, notice it says craft. So, it's not like our OG miners. This is a real miner that is working right now. It's a Solana miner, but it looks very similar to baked beans and all those other influx of miners that we've had a couple years ago. So you can see how much the space has evolved since then. So it's not like these old miners where you're going to stake your token and get your miners. It's not like that at all. So you have the choice of how many miners and for how long you're going to stake them for. And the longer you stake, the more you're going to earn. You could also do batch mining, here number 2, which is automate the creation of up to 100 miners, simultaneously saving time and effort. The outcome remains the same multiplied by the number of miners batch created. So you could automate the process and you could have up to 100 miners. So that's for people who want to stay consistent, because consistency is key when you're building your bags and compounding. Because if you go a few days without compounding, then that's funds and tokens that you've potentially missed out on. So, this could be great for people who are busy or, just don't want to think about it. I'll just do it automatically. Or you got number 3, which is the mining ladder. You can construct a mining ladder using the contract's single miner function. Define the interval rate and power to customize your mining experience. So that is going to be interesting as well. And I can't wait to see how that works. And it's going to be really cool. So you get to set the parameters for mining, which is cool. And yeah, it is a lot different from the OG mining we did back in the day. So the number of days, so you choose a mining period from 8 to 280 days, and it influences the DripX you receive at the end of your miner. So you got to keep that in mind of what you're going to get at the end of your miner. And then you have the mining power. So you specify the power for your miner and determine both the daily DripX yield and the cost of mining. You also have daily mineable tokens. So a cap of 150 billion tokens per day ensures a balanced distribution. And again, it helps ensure that we don't have like an unlimited amount of these tokens being distributed, because again, we already saw how that worked out in the OG drip. Mining bonuses. So number 1, early adoption amplifier. A bonus that starts at 10% and gradually decreases to 0 over 350 days. It encourages early participation. Number 2, you get the D rank bonuses, which assigns the D rank determines bonus rewards, promoting ecosystem growth. The bonus starts at 3500 DripX extra per max power miner that starts after you. So if people get max power miners, then they can get these bonuses, which can be really cool as well. So the mining power explained. Mining power dictates daily DripX yield and miner cost, creating a balance between rewards and expenses. So that's really cool. Penalties. Claim within the 7-day grace period to avoid penalties. Late claims incur decreasing percentages of loss. So you're going to start losing profits if you let this go more than 7 days without doing anything. So this keeps you accountable for your investment, because if you just, like, let's go back to this miner, for example. So if I was to just let this sit here and not compound, I'm not going to make any gains, right? Same concept. So limits. Each wallet is limited to a maximum of 1,000 miners and 1,000 stakes due to the blockchain data reading constraints. Now, for those whales, You can have multiple wallets, but each wallet is capped at 1,000 miners. In summary, DripX mining offers a versatile and user-centric experience, combining freedom, flexibility, and rewarding mechanisms to build a robust and inclusive DeFi ecosystem. So, the mining BNB distribution. We'll break down the distribution of BNB with the DripX ecosystem to show how it supports the growth and sustainability of this decentralized digital asset. So we're going to start with mining. DripX is minted by combining BNB and time. So, over time we're going to see the price of BNB increase. And so if DripX is tied into BNB, that also means DripX is going to be going up. So if WDrip is intertwined with DripX, we're going to see WDrip going up. You see what I'm saying? So this guide breaks down the BNB distribution strategy, which is crucial for the success of the DripX ecosystem. Now, if you guys remember towards the beginning of this video, I was saying that BNB is going to be a key. That's what I meant. So here's the BNB distribution breakdown. Let's see how the distributed BNB is divided into 4 parts, each serving a specific role in the DripX ecosystem. All right, so A, 67% for DripX purchase and burning. So the largest chunk, 62%, goes into a smart contract that buys DripX from the market using WDrip on PancakeSwap v3. All bought DripX is burned, making DripX scarcer over time. So this is key right here. This is a key to the buys and burns. This is what's going to make it so bullish. And what this reminds me of is Bertha on Elephant Money. So Bertha is the second largest holder, and no holder can be larger than Bertha. So I'm thinking that is a similar mechanism. That's what that reminds me of. And I think it's going to be very bullish, especially with these buys and burns, which is going to make DripX even more available, make it more valuable. Sorry for twisting up my words. All right, so B, 28% for payout cycles. 28% is for payout cycles, rewarding users based on the number of shares that they have. Users get BNB as a reward, encouraging participation and community engagement. So with BNB being a key player, maybe we can get some more investors that are heavily invested in BNB into these dApps. Who knows? But it's going to be big for this dApp, especially as the price goes up. And it's going to be cool to get rewarded in BNB. So that's awesome. And then 5% for Genesis. The remaining 5% goes to the Genesis Fund. Users should not have specific expectations for this fund. It may or may not be used for future development or community building activities, providing flexibility for future improvements. So that's cool. So here's the daily evolution model. So there's going to be a lot of different variables. And so you guys can read this paragraph to yourself. I don't want to make this video longer than it needs to be. I just want to go over some of these details. There's a lot of details, and for those of you that are still with me, thank you for bearing with me. This is a lot of bullish info. It can be a lot of information to take in, so that's why I really encourage you guys to look over this yourself. All right, variable updates. For each new date in the contract, the following variables are updated. BNB cost for miners increases by 0.08% daily based on the previous day, reflecting a gradual rise in the cost for miners. So that's cool. And another thing I like is it's not it doesn't increase like 0.08% like every single day. And it doesn't just keep going up and up and up from that point. It's based on the previous day, which is cool. So if like one day didn't perform as good as the other, then, you know, it could be a great entry point for somebody to get in for those miners, you know? And then a DripX, mineable per day. It decreases by 0.35% daily based on the previous day, mirroring the concept of Bitcoin halving, but on an annual cycle. So we're not going to be able to mine as much DripX, so the amount that we can mine is going to gradually decrease, which helps, create, not create, but put an end to that endless cycle of just getting an infinite amount of tokens over time. And then debank bonus decreases by 0.35% daily based on the previous day, reducing the bonus over time. Share rate increases by 0.03% daily based on the previous day, making staking more challenging. So that's the thing. We're gonna see changes every day. Just like we see changes and fluctuations of the charts every single day. We're gonna be seeing that on this as well. So, I think it could potentially keep people on their toes. People are gonna be wanting to snipe miners and things like that, and so. That's why it's really important to have some kind of a strategy because, there's a lot going on. And if you want to win, then you have to know your moves. You have to know exactly what you're going to do. It has to be calculated. The start and end values. The protocol initiates with certain values and evolves until minimum and or maximum caps are reached. The following caps are defined. Alright, BNB cost per max power. It starts at 1 BNB and reaches at a cap of 10 BNB. So, yeah, those max power miners are the ones that are going to be giving you the bonuses. So, these miners are going to increase in value as more people purchase them, and it caps at 10 BNB. So that's why it's important to get in early, especially since the price of BNB is going to rise at some point as well. And yeah, so that's why that's important. Supply mineable per day begins at 8 million and ends at a cap of 800. Debank bonus starts at 3,500 and reaches a minimum of 0.22. Share rate starts at 800 and reaches a cap of 280. So I know this bit of info is a lot to take in. I know it is a lot for me, but it's going to be easier to see once it is out and we are invested in it. All right, and you can read the conclusion for yourself. So, all right. So the BNB payouts to DripX stakers. So this is how the BNB payouts work. In the world of DripX, staking pays off big time with ongoing BNB rewards. Here's a breakdown. So, stake in shares. Stake your drip, get shares based on the share rate. The share rate goes up daily, encouraging early participation. So that's why you got to be on it and you got to be in early. That's the key to these dApps is getting in early because if they hit, you make profit. So same thing. Like the longer you wait, the harder it is to get in, not only because of the prices, but just the cost of entry is going to potentially be insane. So that's why you want to get in as early as possible. You can stake for a minimum of 28 days up to a maximum of 3,500 days, with bonuses capped at 2,888. So keep that in mind as well. The payout cycles. Payouts happen in cycles at set intervals every 8, 28, 90, 369, and 888 days. B&B is distributed across cycles like this: 28% for an 8-day cycle, 28% for a 20-day cycle, 18% for a 19-day cycle, 18% for a 369-day cycle, 8% for an 888-day cycle. Shares and bonuses. Longer pays more bonuses. So stake longer, get paid up to 350% bonuses, capped at day 2,888. So the longer you stake, the more that you could potentially earn in bonuses. So that's something to keep in mind too. So you got to think about, are you going to do long-term plays or short-term? Because you'll be able to do both with this stat. Bigger pays more bonus. Stake more DripX, get up to 8% extra bonus. Your shares determine your slice of B&B payouts. And there is penalties for an early exit, no penalties within a 7-day grace period after the end date. If not ended after the grace period, lose 1% per day, maxing out at a 99% loss after 100 days. So that's like what I said earlier. If you let your investment just sit there, then you could potentially lose. You could potentially have a big loss if you just let it sit. So that's why you got to stay active. And the mechanisms in play here keeps you accountable for staying active in your own investment. And you could also do the auto thing. You can automate it. That way you don't have to worry about that. If you're one of the people, that don't compound every single day like you're supposed to, that will help those people a lot. This system ensures ongoing rewards as long as you stay in the game. Commit to staking, get shares, and enjoy your slice of the B&B pie. Buy and burn. In the world of DripX, we've built a solid foundation to make sure our ecosystem remains strong and valuable in the long run. So two key features work together to achieve this: the DripX buy and burn smart contract and user incentives. So the buy and burn is key. And remember, we got 62%, right, of the buy and burns is going into that smart contract, right? So that's what's going to make it bullish, and it's more than half the project. So yeah, that's going to be insane. It's an awesome mechanism. DripX buy and burn smart contract. Every time someone uses BNB to create virtual miners for DripX, 67% of that BNB goes straight to our DripX buy and burn smart contract. This smart contract does something important every day. It buys WDrip, which is swapped for DripX, and then burns DripX tokens. This daily routine helps maintain the value of DripX, even in the rare scenario where there's not much new money coming in. It's like a safety net, making sure our ecosystem stays strong and valuable over time. Yep, so that's the concept. You want it to be long and sustainable. So having, 60% of the BNB go into that smart contract, it's going to help sustain the price. It's going to help sustain the project because that's more than 50%. So if something happens, then we have that to fall back on. But yeah, this bull run is going to be crazy for B&B. User incentives. We want you to be part of the action. When we use our DApp to distribute B&B or buy and burn DripX, you'll get a reward. 0.33% of the B&B involved. So if you help with the smart contract functions that keep everything running smoothly, you earn a little extra. This is our way of saying thanks for being actively involved in the growth and sustainability of DripX. So that's definitely incentive right there. And it's a great way to reward those who are faithful and diligent. You get a little bit of a bonus. So everything right here happens in our DripX DApp, making it super easy for you to play a role in keeping our ecosystem strong and rewarding. Join us in building a sustainable future for DripX. So we already went over the ways to earn. And there's a lot of ways to earn in various different ways. You can get bonuses. So that's why it's so important. So here's the Telegram and here's the Twitter. The website will be released to us when it is time. So guys, I highly encourage you guys to check out this white paper for yourself. There's a lot of details to take in, a lot to digest. I know it's a lot for me to digest. So I know that I'm going to have to probably read this a couple more times myself, just to take it all in, because there's a lot, and you don't want to just go into this blindly and wait until launch and just randomly do something at the last minute. That's not a good strategy at all. Like, you still have a chance to make good gains doing it that way, but if you do more calculated moves, then it could play out even better for you. And you got to know what you're doing in these projects, because if you don't, you can lose your money or you won't make as much. So that's the key here, is to make money. You don't want to just sit here and let your investment do nothing, and you don't just want to just randomly do things out of feeling or whatever, because that's just going to get you wrecked in the end. So again, thank you guys for tuning in, and thank you for those who have shown me continued support. It truly means a lot. I thank you guys for tuning in once again. Again, if you're new, subscribe, hit that like button. Let's spread the word. Let's educate people about DeFi and all these exciting projects. And there's going to be a lot more bullish projects coming out, especially as we keep entering into this bull run. There's going to be so many things happening, so the time is now. Make sure you are stacking and building, because pretty soon it's all going to pay out. It's going to pay off. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.